Good day, everybody. I'm Shmi, and I make guides for Path of Exile's Ruthless mode. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Today, I'm back to update you on Frosty, my cold dot occultist. I've pushed her all the way up to 81. No, I mean, really, that's it, just 2 more levels. I went from level 79 to 81 in about the same amount of time it took me to go from 69 to 79. In Ruthless, the amount of experience that you gain is absolutely gutted compared to Standard League. It's always tough to level, but starting around level 77, your experience gain in Ruthless slows to a crawl. Not only that, but the experience death penalty is doubled in Ruthless. Any death, just any one single death, mind you, can cost you more experience than you would get from an entire map. If you tilt and die often, you can end up costing yourself days of progress. That very fine line adds an extra layer to the gear ceiling as you push a Ruthless character into endgame. In Standard, you can just get a basic outfit on a character and then immediately push for increased rarity and increased quantity if you can get the right items. But doing the same thing in Ruthless causes you to stall hard in the mid-70s and the early 80s. Instead of chasing rarity, it's better off to pad your defensive stats to make sure that you just don't ever die. Another huge mistake some players can make, especially the first time they get to endgame in Ruthless, is to try to craft with alchemy orbs. You need those alchemy orbs for your Atlas progress. The currency in Ruthless is so limited that if you're blowing alch orbs, you're also going to force yourself to stall as soon as you try to break into yellow maps. And you don't get orbs of binding either. They just don't exist in Ruthless. At most, you may use a desperation alchemy orb during the campaign if you need movement speed boots, but even that's a waste because you usually don't get it. In Ruthless, at least as it's balanced now, you just don't craft the same way that you do in Standard League. Blowing chaos orbs on rares is a waste. Alchemy orbs, those are for yellow map Atlas progression. Vol orbs, those are for red maps. The only real gear crafting that you get to do in Ruthless is messing with sockets. If you're a big ol' hoarder like me and you always keep the vendor recipes on in your item filter, that persistence pays off big time when you hit the end game. Early on in the end game, like the 70s and the early 80s, instead of trying to push for farming gear, your main focus should just be farming experience. As you farm experience, the gear upgrades are going to slowly trickle in. Just run as many maps as you can and farm that experience, because as much as Ruthless guts the item drops, it guts the experience even harder. Once we get deep into the end game, then that's going to change. We're past yellow maps, so now we can start using alchemy orbs lightly, and we usually waste them, but still. We're going to start getting things like fossils and resonators from Nico. We're also even going to be able to start hard farming Alva temples. I actually feel kind of bad because in the last video I talked up, woo, it's my first Alva temple, and I found a bunch of stuff, but nothing for a cold dot occultist. For now, I'm going to go ahead and get back to mass farming those tier 7 to 9 maps, doing all I can to never die, so wish me luck. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care, Exiles.